This reading is going to be on Lil Wayne because, truth be told, I'm very concerned on how he has been looking lately and just how he drastically changed, how his appearance just fucking changed like over a day and night. People have been saying that, oh, it's, his wisdom tooth being pulled out, or, he pulled out, like they're pulling out his wisdom teeth or whatever it is. I even had a friend of mine say that to me last night on Twitter and stuff, and I was like, since the fuck when does that shit stay for like weeks? It was just very um odd to me. I mean, I don't ever just like, do readings about one's health or whatever, but I just want to see what is surrounding him and what is going on. And cards are already flying as I'm just shuffling. So we're just going to take the cards that's for loop. To see just like, like that type of read that type of energy before we just dive into that shit and just see what is really going on. I'm going to start doing like shorter readings to see which ones are mostly liked on here. Then we're gonna go from there. I mean, I'm still going to upload the longer ones. Like, I'll just really choose which subjects to do readings. So I mean, it's my channel, so I can do whichever it is. But I just really like to diverse readings on multiple subjects and multiple cultures as well, which is something that I'm going to start doing. And yeah, let me just start doing this before I just like start talking about random stuff now. But the first thing first that I'm getting is that he threw caution at the wind, and he didn't pay much attention when it came to his health, and he's careless. He was careless when it came to his health. He knows that. He regrets not being able to, well, I wouldn't say just regrets not being able to just, fully focus on this, but there's definitely some type of regrets on how he just solely focused on everything else and tries to, just like fulfill this lifestyle he chose, which is just being an entertainer, being a king in his domain, just being that's such a heavy energy though. There is definitely something here that has to do with alcohol, drinking, partying for sure, mixing up. Oh, what I'm hearing is mixing up drugs. Allegedly, of course. I don't even know what I should say this word, but I just say it because everything doesn't have to be believed and stuff. And much more like blunt in the readings. I just kind of like get super anxious and just tongue tied at times, and it irritates me. But there's definitely something here about just like not fully balancing out everything that is um to drink or like to be taken. For example, like somebody is kind of like giving him something to take, as in like in a huge quantity, and he did not just balance it out too well, like taking it with a I'm here like mojito, I think. Oh, I don't know. I do not know how to pronounce that because I do not drink, so I do not know what the fuck is that. But I do think it's something like that. Martini or whatever is what I'm hearing too. There's definitely something here that has to do like with partying a lot, just like going out a lot, and it's something that is kind of like disappointing because it's just like everything just going to waste on stuff like that, just like drinking, smoking. Um, Something also here that has to do with just not fully focusing on everything else, but just like being in that moment is just like splurging in that specific moment. He definitely does, like rock with the fame and just loves being appreciated and everything else. But at the same time, like, is this going to last me? He definitely loves recording. I would say that he definitely still records like songs and everything, just like still enjoys being in the booth and just working with producers and just being in the studio and freestyling and just um loves being reminded of who he is and what he did to the culture and everything else. But at the same time, there is something here that he regrets or like that he just kind of like reminisces over, which is something that has to do with his family or somebody like walking away from his family, a woman possibly, or somebody that he used to be with. There is also something here about like him seeing whatever is said about him, the rumors, the gossips, just really looking at everything and all that stuff and knowing that it's just like a hopeless case, like I can't do anything about it. There's a lot that is going on, and there is a lot on his mind that just keeps him occupied, and that just makes him feel like it's so hard just keeping it up and just keeping those appearances up. Like, I can't even be sick in peace. I can't be sad in peace. I can't do anything. Like, people are going to talk and people are going to say lots of bullshit just to say it, you know? So he's really like self-aware of whatever people be saying about him. Like, he sees that. But let's see. What's going on with Lil Wayne? Oh, that's a lot of cards that flipped over. What's going on with Lil Wayne? What is going on with Lil Wayne? What is going on with Lil Wayne? Okay, let's see. Yeah, there is something here, like something that he's secretly battling or like secretly going on with him. That if it comes out, it's going to cause quite a scene. It's going to cause lots of like chaos. It's going to shake it up a little bit, and it's going to make people look at him or like pity him or just look at him differently. And he just doesn't want to acknowledge it or just like give people that type of like upper power. But he definitely knows what is going on. He definitely knows. I mean, for sure, he knows what's going on with him because obviously that's something that he's going through himself. But that's crazy. Is the fact that there is something here about people that are offering him something, and he's just being stubborn about it or just like not fully listening. For example, here in the card, there is a picture of a woman just like willing to help the person, and him just deciding against it and just kind of like making her go away or just kind of like letting her just not letting her have it, and she's just like, I'm through, like this is enough. This is something here about somebody who is kind of like, well, not a teacher, but somebody who is definitely kind of like pulled at his ears or just like wanted the best for him or anything, but it's kind of like triggered him and rubbed him off the wrong way. Yeah. It's something here about like, you just don't know better than me. You don't know what I am capable of or like what I am going through, and just kind of like something that's kind of made the communication between them or just like understanding one another harder than what it should have been like. Like, no matter how poised or like how calm he looks or how just composed he looks and everything, he's just going through something that is unfortunate and something that is preferably better kept under wraps because he doesn't feel like defending himself or like he doesn't feel like giving out statements about what he's going through or like how he's handling it or like what is up with the sudden changes that he is undergoing or like he's just like going through, because everybody is starting to wonder what is going on with him or like what is happening and why is he behaving certain, well, not behaving, but like how is he looking like that or why is he looking like that. There is something here about him just trying to act nonchalant about it or just like not mentioning it or just like not talking about it until he feels comfortable to do so. I mean, he's free to just like do whatever it is, but it's definitely something that has to do with I'd say toxicity, something toxic that is kind of like well, in my culture, like in my country, we say something that's, like when you took something, like when something that has been well, like when your body has been undergoing lots of toxic, well, when you've been taking lots of like toxic ingredients or like drinks or like food or just like poisonous stuff that doesn't vibe well or like that doesn't mesh well with your body finally just like decides to rebel against it or just like finally just rebuke it or like revoke access to it and just starts showing out outside of your body from like your face or like your body or places that you only can see, and that's something that has been apparent now. But there's definitely something here about alcoholism. There's definitely something here about just a lot of toxic behavior that well, not toxic behavior, but like lots of toxic shit, like, drinking, addictions, not being able to pull through. There is um that one song that Eminem has dedicated to his drug addiction and everything is what I'm hearing in my head. The type of like letter he wrote and a rap verse he had in his song and everything. That's what I'm hearing right now. I'm sorry about the noise. There is like construction work. There's obviously something here about it because, like, of course the influences also play a huge role in all of this. And when you're just in a circle that is not going to be beneficial for you or just like going to help you elevate into better and healthier levels, then you can't do anything but just like succumb to that darkness and to all those toxic behaviors or just like tactics, and just basically drawn there. And that's something that, I mean, he has been going through. He's been always very vocal and open about everything. So maybe if given the time and space and, like privacy that he needs to just like heal himself and everything, if he wants to, then yeah, he can just pull himself together and just, be vocal about all the changes and everything if he wants to. Because there is a chance for him to actually do so if he wants to just, keep it together and just like not I don't want to say like collapse or whatever because God forbid, of course, but if he's not going to just like get it all together and just try to help himself out, he's going to regret that on the longer run, or he's going to be getting lost or just warned over. I don't want to put that out in the air, but there is a chance for him to actually just like move on to a better and healthier side, and there is a chance, and there is another one, which is like the darker route that knocking on wood, of course, like if he doesn't if he doesn't get help in anything, it's just going to really like mess him up. But that's not something that I am wishing for. I'm just saying all the odds in here, like if he's not going to do so, he's just going to be when loss is going to hit the hardest. But yeah, it's going to, people are going to mourn that and just grieve and all that stuff and be like, oh, we wish we'd known and whatever. But this is just like a small possibility for this to happen. Like, there are two ways for this. Like, either one where he's just going to get himself together and just, like really just let people help him and let that one woman, she's either a water sign or like a fire or air sign, one of them, because she's very like cutthroat woman, or just like, like gotta go. For example, like, you need to do this diet, like you need to change your lifestyle, like you need to do this and this and that, like we care for you and everything, but then you just like turn this around and everything and just like didn't say, well, not didn't say, but like didn't really listen. And she's just like, I give up. But as I said, there is something. Yep, there it goes. The Libra card, the Justice card. Wow. Yeah, his energy. There is something here, but if he just wants to move forward and just take action towards healing and just connecting with himself again and just wanting to take care of himself and just, like polish everything up for himself and get it all together, then yes, he can still get all the help he needs and he can still jump over this cliff and just still stay here with us if he is just ready to free himself from all those negative places that he's in and that he is imprisoning himself in. So yeah, because this is just not taking him down into a good place. It's just a place filled with addictions and disappointments and temptations, destructive temptations, and it's not going to help him. He's just still needing to make a decision for himself. He's just very indecisive about it because, like, I don't want to say that he doesn't want to. I mean, obviously, he still wants to be here and everything, but he just doesn't feel like he doesn't. He's just like fully kind of like giving in to everything because it's just luring him in. But if he decides to just like stop all that, it's still, there is still some type of time and just everything might still be helping him. like he still can get the help that he needs to just cut it all out. But it doesn't help if he's like sad and if he's just trying to like forget everything that's happening and drown himself in there. I'm hearing like his verse, something about, I do not know. Is it like mirrors? His verse in mirrors? I don't know, but like it's similar to that Justin Timberlake song, the mirrors one, when he's just like, talking about making his mother proud and just like, looking in the mirror. Well, I don't know. I think it's in the other song where he's just talking about, like looking in the mirror and just seeing how uncanny there is that type of like resemblance to his father, just like, what he sees in the mirror and whatnot. But yeah, if he decides to, there are lots of people who care about him. If he decides to just like balance everything out and just really like cleanse off his circle of like, toxic people and just gossips and rumors and just people who drag him down, and focus on the people that uplift him and care about him, he can get somewhere. But if not, then he's just going to keep dragging himself further down, and he's just going to keep getting weaker, or just like everything's just going to keep like looking weirder until people are just going to be like, we're concerned for you, you gotta do something about it. Then you're just gonna be like a hit, because wow, people are really like, like people finally care, like people finally are seeing this, I am struggling, and then he's going to get to have like a conversation, honest, heart to heart, than like a full interview about it or just something about it, and it's going to kind of snap him out of it. Yep, we're going to kind of snap him out of all of that, because there's like him just repressing how he's struggling, how sad he's feeling, how just like overcharged he's feeling, how just he's just all up in his head about a lot of it, and how he's just feeling like everybody's just not paying fully attention, or just like walking away from him and whatnot. And if he decides to like be healthy again and work on himself and everything, then yes, that's what I'm hoping for him, because I grew up listening to that man and he means a lot to me, and I hope that he knows he's cared for, and I hope like he actually is believing it, instead of just staying all up in his head and just not really like knowing the impacts he's had on people and how many lives he has changed. But yeah, this reading turned a little suffocating, but that's how he feels at times. Yeah, this is the Lil Wayne reading. Well, I kind of like really laid this out on the table now with this one. And yeah, this is how my readings usually go. I just at times get really kind of anxious when I'm doing readings, as I know I'm going to be posting. So I'll kind of like try to just like be neutral about it, or just not fully say my full opinion. But I guess I'm just going to start doing so from now on, and just whatever happens happens, because I only say the truth on all of this, but y'all going to see it on your own. But yeah, this is the Lil Wayne reading. I hope he gets all the help he needs, and I hope he can see that he's loved thoroughly, and I hope he gets the chance to heal himself. But yeah, see y'all soon, another reading. Bye bye.